Welcome to episode 113, Between the Panels of Philo. My name is Amber Greenlee, and this is Philo again. I have, of course, my better half and co-host, Robin Fisher, who is much more knowledgeable about comics than I am, and is always buying cool stuff. And then our guest today is Kay Kirsch. Kay Kirsch is one of the original Philo alum. When we drew on a fold-out table.
Gee.
Yeah, Minneapolis represent. Anyway, yeah, on a fold-out table in the MTN studio, and we had big, bulky cameras over our shoulders and little lap mics. And it was fun. Where we left off, let me put this in the big panel. I don't need to be in the big panel. I don't need to be here. Scott McCloud was being sucked into the gutter. Did you want to take first panel? Did you want me to?
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay. What do you have planned here?
Aren't we supposed to be doing like a little video recap?
We're doing a video recap?
Didn't you say you did something new that like recaps?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. It was just the little it was just that graphic. It was just that graphic. The graphic.
Okay, cool.
So
my
happens now that he's in the gutter?
Yeah.
What is it like? Is it like the hell sequence from Scrooge, the movie musical that got cut out of Scrooge, by the way?
Is it available on the DVD?
I wonder. It's got to be available somewhere. It was like 15 minutes. I saw it in the theaters back then. It was scary as heck. There were demons dancing all over the place.
I saw that movie, I think, on VHS when it first came out, but I didn't see it in the theater. I think I missed that.
Yep, Scrooge got pulled down in a hole in the ground, deep, 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 deep. And you see, somebody, I think it was like the devil, kind of, gotcha now, at the top of the hole. And he's like down into some level of hell. So what?
Well, the gutter's not hell. I don't think the gutter should be hell.
Yeah,
Okay.
what
should he see once he's down there?
It's a common part of comics, right? It's the whole in between panels.
Does he end up in chick track?
I think it should be a wonderful area. It's like Delirium and Sandman. I think it should be like whatever area she lives in.
Okay.
Just like completely wackadoodle fun, but like because time and space kind of has no meaning.
It's Wacky Land.
It's Wacky Land!
Okay, I'll do my best.
You know Wacky Land, right?
Maybe not. No, I don't know.
Wacky Land.
Oh God, you gotta see
Wacky Land is from Looney Tunes. I gotta find pictures of Wacky Land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Who were the denizens of Wacky Land?
Wacky Land was a huge thing on Tiny Toon Adventures. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Here's 1938. Porky and Wacky Land. Let me put me in the main panel for a second.
But if it's not Tiny Toons, then it's Looney Tunes.
No, it's Looney Tunes, but Tiny Toons, they took all the properties of Looney Tunes and then they
looks like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the name of this guy? What's the name of this guy? Is he the Goon? No, what is he? I'm trying to remember.
The Goon is right.
What's his name? I'm trying to remember. Go-Go Dodo. Dodo. Oh, Dodo of Wacky Land. That's
right. Is that what he used to say? Go-Go Dodo? He used to say that?
So Dodo and Wacky Land was the Looney Tunes response to surrealism, which was the art that was the pop art of the day.
I think that's apropos for our show.
Yes, so this was them going like, Dali, this is really what you want to what you want to talk about? Okay, we're gonna make Wacky Land, right? So they made their surrealist world. Oh, we got to do Wacky Land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's totally appropriate for the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
And maybe we should quantify and say it's the comic book gutter, because for most people, when you say gutter, you think of dirty things. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yes, that's true. But at the same time, I want to make sure that people also see the show. No, I'm joking. No, I'm trying to find a good representation of Wacky Land. It's just a really wacky place.
Well, I think we can interpret it as with our creative mind. I don't think it has to adhere exactly to their version.
Like,
oh,
here's
weird.
a 3-headed guy, and here's another dude on.
That's like the Three Stooges, right? Because it's like Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Exactly.
Curly, Larry, and Moe.
And then here's this dude with this light bulb head, and he's like got the wheel already attached to his legs, and like here's another scene from that same cartoon where all these dodos are coming out of nowhere. Yeah, and to bug Porky. But the reason why I mentioned Tiny Toon Adventures was because Tiny Toons went into Wacky Land, and there was like politics in Wacky Land, and like all of these like wacky titles.
I am. Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh, it's sad that I know so much about Wacky Land.
I think it's actually pretty cool. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing how both you and Kay interpret that.
This is here. This is.
I'm having a problem here because I can't find. Oh, here we go. Duh. All right. Duh.
Kind of see that. That is Wacky Land or Bust, and so it's. You can kind of see the entrance to Wacky Land. Like, the background artist had an amazing time with Wacky Land because the original cartoon is in black and white. But when they went into Wacky Land in Tiny Toon Adventures, they got to play with color. And so the inside of Wacky Land is this wild, crazy space. And I'm trying to find...
Help! I can't find my layers aren't... I'm kind of lost in layers. So I'm trying to find my way. I did the type. Okay.
Let's see. They're talking about the video game. Yeah, this was the entrance to Wacky Land.
Shit. Okay.
Like, barbed wire for no apparent reason. Yeah. I digress. Do you want me to take this panel?
Really great.
Yeah, I think we better because I need to figure out how to communicate back to my layer.
Okay.
There we go. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
No, I need to.
Okay. So what happens is we enter Wacky Land, right?
Please.
Location of Wacky Land. Oh my gosh. This is like a childhood dream of mine to draw Wacky Land. Okay, so I know this is like a silly thing, but like one of the things that I would love to collect if I had, just incredible amounts of, sure, I have money for that, would be background art for cartoons. Mm-hmm. And Wacky Land is like, would be on my list. Anything from Looney Tunes, like anything from the Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons, like any of those backgrounds, I would just be happy. Even if it's just a blue sky and then here's a cliff, I would just be happy to just own one.
don't know how to do this.
I don't know if people
Sorry.
appreciate backgrounds like I do.
Yeah, but lots of really interesting artists have worked on backgrounds. Guys like Tim Burton, for example.
They were seen as expendable temporary art. And so oftentimes the backgrounds are made, thrown in the garbage. And so very few backgrounds from like that era and stuff survive. Very few of them. And so they're worth so much money. Now, I could never own one. I do not have the amount of money to own a Looney Tunes background. And I feel like the people who have them probably have them in a drawer somewhere and not displayed where you could see them and enjoy them. You know, like I would put, even if I paint the cell myself, I would put a cell of the characters in front of it. Right? Just to see the characters on the background. Okay, so we gotta draw Wacky Land.
Yes, you do.
Well, I still think you can take a little bit of a page out of Dr. Seuss and a little bit of a page out of Delirium Land. And then whatever happens in that Looney Tunes short, because I've never seen it.
It's I'm sure they have it on YouTube. If you ever want to check it out. Like, I don't want to put it up on the show because then we would be struck down.
Mm-hmm.
I lost your screen, Kay.
Yep, I had to shut down Photoshop and get back in there. Okay, good. That's what I need. Oy.
Okay. Let's see. I guess the gutters would be in the sky, like these huge lines, right? Like stripes in the sky of these lines for the gutters. Would stuff be falling into the gutters from a bunch of stuff, or is that very common?
Well, yeah, because things transition through the gutters. You know what I mean? All sorts of things happen in the gutters. Time goes on, days happen, fights happen, nothing happens. Gutters are, I guess, a limbo, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You're the artist. Use your imaginations, guys.
Well, I'm just wondering if other things would be falling through the gutters, or would they just be kind of floating?
No, I think they'd be falling and floating. No gravity. I think there's no gravity.
Philo's down there too. Is he?
I haven't drawn him yet, but he will be. Yeah, if you share your screen, I can get your screen up.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll have
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, my layers just kind of locked up and wouldn't let me do anything. Sure.
That happens sometimes.
So then you gotta turn it on and off.
Didn't want to turn the whole thing. At least I was able to force quit Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of work into the book. I don't know if my QR page is too big. No, I'm working on it. And then, let's see, there's like all these hands. I am putting the next scene.
The new border.
Yeah, let's see. What would be floating through here? I think like probably a Christmas tree.
That's absurd.
You know, we'll have the garland kind of floating off of it with like the.
I think you should draw a miniature biodome.
You think a biodome? Okay, I can
It's
do a
just
biodome.
absurdity, right? Because it's like it can be anything, anywhere, at any time. So it shouldn't be anything, anywhere, at any time.
Biodome is one of the few movies that Stephen Baldwin is in.
Oh, well, we just had one in Montreal, so that's why I said it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie with Pauly Shore.
Well, no, I was talking about the actual biodome in Montreal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, then
I'm sure it probably looks like the one in the Pauly Shore movie. I imagine.
Let's do the biodome in Montreal. That one's at an actual science thing versus the Pauly Shore movie. So, it looks beautiful. It's a nice sphere.
It's got penguins.
It has penguins in it?
Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it.
The inside looks pretty.
It's a biodome.
Yeah.
And then outside they'll have like the Chinese Lantern Festival and stuff outside.
Yeah, so we'll have
We'll
have the biodome floating. What else would we have floating in there?
Piano.
I feel like.
Do we see the dog?
I don't. Do we see Philo?
I've got him in the next frame. He's kind of with one of the wacky birds.
Oh, you got a wacky bird?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What I remember.
You can pull up reference if you want. I'll put the mushroom on TV. Yeah. There's a TV flying. And then we haven't seen Armand in a while. I'll have Armand up here. He's just kind of whoa. And then let's see, what else would we have? We would have, let's see,
drawing a little tentacle reaching out for Philo that he just saw.
Like a boxing glove. I think a golf club.
Chaotic, but awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to make sure I can draw.
And then comes the next scene.
Yeah, and then comes the next scene. I know, but I wrote it too big. So I have to shrink it down a little bit like it was my plan the whole time.
Yes, I believe that. It was the plan the whole time.
Yes.
Should we have some Dr. Seuss looking stuff? Since
yeah, we
kind of Seussian.
I could easily see them opening up a Dr. Seuss book and going, yeah, let's do it like this. Because Seuss was influenced by the Surrealist movement as well in his art. And what's interesting, okay, let's just talk art history for a second. Be boring. Um, Surrealism was a response to photography much later than the invention of photography. Because when photography was invented, yes, you had a lot of portrait artists and you had a lot of landscape artists being replaced. But prior to photography, the emphasis in art was to basically be as photorealistic or as realistic an art as possible during the Romantic age of art. And then photography comes along and it is photorealistic because it's photography. And so after photography comes along, you have a bunch of strange things happen to art. First, it was like impressionism, right? You have the brush strokes starting to loosen up a little bit, and that's artists like Manet, and Monet, and Degas, and you know, this movement in France, and you know, even Van Gogh's part of that, right? Because it's still representational, but it's loose, right? But Van Gogh starts to edge into the expressionist era, where it's like, okay, let's capture the mood of the piece, right? Because that's something that art can do that photography can't, right? Is that we can make marks that are creative and feel something because there's movement behind it, right? And then after that, you had these amazing, talented artists that had the ability to do photorealism, but they had all this influence from like impressionism and expressionism and even Dada, which was, let's just make art for art's sake. Let's just make it because it's fun and pretty, right? And you had artists like Dali that are like, let's do photorealistic landscapes that don't exist, and just make it wild. And so it's a crazy period of time in art, because for the first time you had stuff and you had the ability of artists to be able to do stuff with reference from photos, where they could literally reference it. Or in some of the pieces in the Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, he even took cutouts from magazines for some of the details of his pieces and literally pasted them in, right? And he had this ability to be able to do that because rather than replicate it, he just had a paste piece so he could focus on the feeling of the rest of the piece. And so in cartoons, they had like Wacky Land, and it's wild. It's wild that this is what Looney Tunes, this was their response to all of that, is they're just like, okay, we're just gonna have this weird dodo bird, and like it fits perfectly. Like I in my head canon, the red circle at the very, very end, right, where the Looney Tunes like Merry Melodies logo goes ring, to in my head canon, that's in Wacky Land. It's like, yeah, if I were a dog, I'd be wagging my tail right now.
Is Dog still Bones?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm
afraid I'm getting ahead of myself too. I started drawing. Scott's showing up in the TVs that are flying around.
Yeah.
He's drawing. And Armand is reaching for Philo from the Great Beyond.
Philo was already in he was already in the in the gutter, wasn't he? I thought he was the one reaching up.
He's in Wacky Land now, in where Scott kind of landed, although Scott's in like a television set right now.
Okay.
In a number of television sets that are flying around.
Okay.
And Armand is reaching, I suspect Armand is reaching down through the gutter into, and that's where he's reaching from.
Okay.
Thank you. Had an idea.
I always wonder what the 3 stripes are on the back of the hand in old cartoons.
That's glove.
Well, I know it's glove, but the design on the glove, like, did all gloves back then have those 3 folds?
A number of them did. Yeah, little pin tucks, like 3 pin tucks. Now, why? I wonder. It was probably part of, a very popular design of glove. It would look totally different if it didn't have those 3 pin tucks in them. Looking at old kid skin gloves for women and for men, they all seem to have that sort of lineage on the back, 3 pin tucks. But yeah, why? Ask the French, I guess.
Yeah, it just struck me as wacky. But it's wacky land, so what are you going to do? Okay. Here, let me put you in the main window.
He's reaching out for Armand's arm.
And I'll have this guy right here. You were sharing a cool Brendan Fraser story. When did that happen? You said it happened
2000 and somewhere between 2004 and 2007. And his show, the Fringe show that he was in was called Deep Boy. And it was held at the old Theatre de la Janun space. And it was a hit show. And not because of Brendan, although everybody liked him. I don't think a lot of people knew where he came from at that time. And it had to have been him. He was in Minnesota. He was in a Fringe show. I drew a picture of him on the sidewalk because he had the strong features that I look for. And it was just a simple line. I can find it. If you look deep enough online, it'll pop up. But he liked it. And I caught the eyes. I caught Brendan's eyes just right. I can either catch a likeness or I miss. I hit or miss. That's why I'm not a caricature artist. You got to hit all the time. That one I hit with the simplest of lines. Yeah, drawing on sidewalks with chalk was fun, but grueling because it, of course, is the hottest part of the summer in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. I would think you wouldn't want to really mist yourself because that would affect the chalk.
Yeah, right? I would often I would spray down the sidewalk, wet it, then work it. So the lines were pretty sharp. And I was also using pastels on top of kids' chalk so it wouldn't stain the sidewalk.
Okay.
I had to make agreements with all the sidewalk czars in every political municipality that I drew sidewalk art in. And Fringe was all over the Twin Cities. So I had to get permission from each neighborhood to draw on their sidewalks for festival and make sure everything was cleared and cleaned off at the end of the festival. Mm-hmm. Usually the rain did that for me.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it would rain and then I'd go out and I'd draw another show. Feature another show. So folks like to have their shows featured. It was free advertising.
Did you ever use stencils for parts like the theater name? Starts that
I would have loved to have. I thought about that one year of preparing stencils, but the cost and the effort that it would take would have been pretty immense. But it would have been, I think the Guthrie was using liquid sidewalk chalk and stencils one year for their shows. And unfortunately, those stuck to the sidewalk a little bit too well. It took a long time for that stuff to wash off. And I was basically stuck with using kids' chalk for first layer to protect the sidewalk from whatever came the pastels I was using. Mm-hmm. And also make sure that the colors weren't too deep. too dark, or they would stain. One thing, if you're doing chalk artwork, I always put the outlines in charcoal, classic art school charcoal, because there's enough oil in the charcoal to stick even in the most violent thunderstorm, rainstorm. It pretty much wash all the colors off, but the outline remains, so I didn't have to redraft anything.
Nice.
If I wanted to redraw a picture, it was already there. And sometimes after a bad storm, I liked it better distressed like that, barely an image, but it just looks so damn cool after the rain had washed off like about half the color. I did a number of sidewalk chalk pieces during a strike during the U of M, like 2007, I think. It might have been later, but that's where I did a lot of caricature work. And it would look one way, new, and then it would look another way after the wind had blown off a little bit of the chalk and it softened the image a bit. And then it would look a different way after the rain came in. And many times it looked more like the person I was drawing. There was just enough fuzziness with the image you could fill in with, those are still up on Flickr. I think I still have a few of those up there.
So it was very forgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think
it's very forgiving.
I think sidewalk art is like cool because people like me look at the ground when they walk. So I'm always like, oh, that's always nice to it not advertising to me directly, but I'm never looking up at like posters and stuff. And so it's a way for me to like know what's going on in the city because I'm always looking where I'm walking.
Of course, Fringe back then, they were bringing in troops and shows from, all over the world. And there were some folks that were trained in art and they'd sit down with their professional level and they didn't ask for any permission. But they would do like a take on a drawing by Dali, a take on a piece of artwork by Dali. Let's say they had 2 or 3 paintings that they could do from memory and just execute it on the sidewalk right there with the deep, deep colors of a professional pastel palette of chalk. Really gorgeous stuff. Out there, they were doing, because that was a part of Fringe Festival from way back. I just made it more about the shows. So there's quite a backlog of shows that I'd done for them. I couldn't really even count them.
I mean, you've been doing it for years, haven't you?
Yeah, I was doing it for a long time, probably about 9 years.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I probably have walked over some of your chalk and didn't know when I was going to school and I had like a million things on my mind and was taking, 19 units at the time. And doing Philo and like walking over your chalk art and like working with you that night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I was still working with was I still doing work with Fringe at that point? I probably was.
Let's get a really scratchy, like I don't think I can fit the Christmas tree, but yeah, this will be the gutters. Okay, we'll do this, and let me know when you're ready for the next panel, and we can figure it out. But if you're still working, don't worry about it.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah. No, we're just having a chill draw day. I'm drawing a wacky land sign.
What other things do you have going on in there? Ah, yes.
My daughter starts school not tomorrow, or I'm sorry, not Monday. Monday is orientation, but a week from Monday she starts school. And so I am excited. My daughter's going to be in kindergarten.
Ooh.
Yay! And
I thought so. And that was fast.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm excited because she's going to be in kindergarten. She's going to be learning. She's going to be excited to be doing that, getting out of the house and stuff. And then also I will be able to get back to making artwork. And Ian and I, we discussed it, and he's gonna let me do the art thing, you know, like living here in Tennessee. It's, you know, I haven't been able to find employment because, like, I just haven't, you know, it's a bad economy right now. I don't have any network out here to draw from of, like, you know, hey, my cousin could use a job or something, you know. And so we've been discussing it and stuff, and, you know, the standard of living out here is low enough that it's like, Ian, let me try it, please, please, please. And so, yeah, we're gonna let me do that and see if it happens, if I can actually make stuff. And so that's like part of the poetry book, and, you know, the Philo book, and, like, I don't know what's going to happen with it, but we're just going to we're going to create things. We're going to finish Captain T. We have to do that.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm going to be, like, working on that on a weekly basis again, which is going to be awesome. And, yeah, like, I'm excited. I'll be able to, like, do commissions again. Oh, commission. I did the shirt. I designed the shirt. Yes. And this is Prickly Pete for this pigments miniature show. It's the inaugural year right here, 2026. I did the shirt. Yay! Designed it.
Woo! Yes.
So yeah, anyway, if you're in Austin, Texas, it is this month, in August of 2026, and it is a miniature painting convention. And so they're going to focus on, like, different techniques, and they're going to have, like, demos and different panels, and they have all kinds of booths and different sponsors from the miniature community, and all kinds of streamers from the internet that are going to be there. And yeah, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, and miniatures, it's a cool thing. And so I designed the shirt, and they were nice enough to send me one. And so that's the kind of stuff that I hope to be doing more of with my daughter in school, with me, like, being able to have more time. We got through we had 7 workbooks total that we had for the summer, for her summer school. And we ended up going through maybe about 20 to 30% of all but one of them, because she picked up that last one, like, maybe a month at the very end, and we just haven't touched that last one yet. It's like just a bluey activity book, and so it's more games and stuff than, like, working on phonics. And so yeah, so we've been doing that. And so she's been working through the workbooks. We did a bunch of projects together over the summer, and I tried so hard to teach her math and her letters, and I know the time's not wasted. I just hope I did enough.
There's something the teachers call, it's like students forget stuff over the summer. So it really helps
slide.
to be, the summer slide. And then they come back to school, and I was like, so to a certain extent, it's not like starting at 0, but maybe like 5. But yeah, you've worked to overcome that. That's great. I mean, really, you're teaching home.
She wasn't kind of where she needed to be prior to the summer. So I was trying to catch her up too, and yeah, I just hope
your efforts will be definitely worthwhile, because nobody did nothing. Other folks didn't, she's ready.
I hope so. I really do. These last, these last 3 weeks, I've been just kind of letting her enjoy her summer. I haven't been, hey, let's work on these workbooks. Let's, do this and stuff. I've just been like, you still deserve summer. And so we've been just kind of playing video games and bonding over that. And then, I've been taking her to the trampoline park and, yeah. So she's still having fun this summer, but it's not all like, you must do this. I don't know. I want her to be prepared for the world. I want her to be able to do arithmetic and be able to read. But that might be asking too much in today's day and age.
A kid that can name Godzilla's son.
Manila. Yeah. I know the name of Godzilla's son.
Yeah.
Manila. He's in Philo.
Is he part of the kaiju court, or is he too darn young for that?
No, he is the defense lawyer.
I thought I saw him at the dais. I thought I saw him. Well,
yeah,
I did.
He is the defense lawyer, and I don't know. I will show the kaiju court after I'm done with this panel.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I thought I saw him. I did.
Yeah. The moment of the kaiju court that I drew is right after the ice cream truck had separated them from their kaiju form, and so they're tiny on the table. And so if you want to know the moment that is drawn. But yeah, it's like this huge splash page. What I'm working on right now is Secret Lair Falls. And Secret Lair Falls is from the second story. And yeah, let's do this. It's from the second story. It was where the dog had the tea ceremony, and Meow had his secret lair on the mushroom planet that was inside Cthulhu Shroom's eye. Yes, it was a very yes. It's an odd little world that we're creating.
I'm trying to see how many Scott McClouds I can stuff into this picture.
Oh, okay.
It's fun.
I see. I'm going to have yeah, he's lit. Everyone's lit and slits from the gutters. Yeah, everyone's like lit and slits from the gutters. Okay, and if that one's right there, then that's there. Catch that right there. I'm trying to go for like almost like an underwater feel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is. She's back. I wondered where you went.
Oh, my phone got hot, so I switched out the thing like I did last time. So
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Ugh. Switched out the SD card to my old phone, which is obsolete as of last year. But works great because it's LG. Go LG.
Yeah, they're trying to make us feel guilty about keeping devices that still work and stuff by calling it device hoarding. And it's like, no, it's just that we're just not going to buy things every freaking year just because you put the camera in a new spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, what's up, kitty? What's up? Luke? Okay, you're gonna make noises. Hi.
Let's see. Okay, and then let's do this.
Luke.
Yeah. Do that.
Hi.
Device hoarding. You're hoarding your devices. How dare you?
Hey, I've got like the only reason why I was able to make that R2D2 toy from like 2016 work is because I had a couple of old Kindle Fires around that could still run the app.
Yeah.
You're running like Android 12, which is what I found out that you can make the app, which is kind of hard to find. Download it off of CNET. If you have old Star Wars toys around, you can still find the Hasbro stuff there. And CNET's pretty safe for if you can find where to download it.
Yeah.
You can get good stuff to make your toys work.
Yeah.
Again.
You know, on that note about like the fact that you had to use an old Fire and stuff like that. PlayStation announced Sony announced about PlayStation that they're not going to be making physical discs anymore.
Yeah.
And everybody's upset about this because that means that there's no more archiving of the video game as both an art form and as an item that you own. It means you're just renting it or licensing it, right? It means if you really like a game and they decide to shut it off, it's gone, right? Despite the fact that you paid money for it. And so people are like, no, you deserve to have this, and also for preservation reasons. I personally think video games are art, right? They may not be your art, but they are art. They are an expression of an idea. They're collaborative art, like a movie, but it's still art. And like any other form of art, it deserves to be preserved. The best of it deserves to be preserved.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a physical preservation of that in some form, how are you going to preserve it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so there's an argument, people are talking about the nostalgia of like, the secondary game market of trading games, of the fact that like not everyone can buy a game new. And oftentimes they'll go and get games 6 months later or a year later or so from the secondary game market when people have sold their old discs, and then they'll go buy it for half price or whatever, and then they get to play the game, right? There are people that when you shop at a grocery store has high shelf items, has middle shelf items, and has low shelf items, because all the people shop at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it seems like they're forgetting about the middle and the bottom shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're selling $80 games, and they're like, that's the price now, $80 for a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And on Steam you have independents and stuff selling like $20 games, $5 games, and the AAA game studios are wondering why is no one buying our games? How come the independent game market is blowing up right now? We have no idea. And it's not just price.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's also respect. And the response that Sony actually had after weeks and weeks and weeks of people not liking this decision, talking very openly online about not liking this decision, videos being made, blogs being made, podcasts being made about people not liking this decision. Sony's response on a Twitter post was basically, we don't care what your decision is. It's good for business. We're going to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or, we don't care what you think. We're going to do it anyway. Yeah. Doesn't affect our business is kind of what they said. And it just, it angers me. It
Mm-hmm.
angers me. It upsets me on a deep level, because video games are art. They deserve to be preserved, even the bad ones.
And the early Star Wars toys were incredibly on model. This little it was a smart R2-D2. Hasbro, I think, put it out in like 2016. They may have improved it in like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But dang, now that I've got it working, I picked it up at ARC secondhand and didn't really have any expectations. Yeah. It's very on model as far as sound and appearance. It's like having a little guy dancing around.
Yeah, I remember those guys.
He is designed for kids, however.
Yeah.
He's a little bit too overactive and too noisy because he never shuts up.
Yeah.
And it's also hard to shut him off.
Mm.
It takes a little while. And also he'll roll off anywhere. So he's really not for a tabletop or for anywhere near stairs, because he's not intelligent enough to avoid them yet.
I spelled scene wrong. My dyslexia. I'm sorry.
Not smart
so
enough.
Where to take Philo next? What would be the next frame? Any ideas out there?
Okay, so mine is what, panel 1 or panel 2?
Yours is panel 1. Mine ended up being panel 2.
Okay.
Maybe you are panel 3.
All right, so I'll be panel 1. Yeah, I drew that way out of order. I drew that in the wrong one. Okay. So yeah, what happens after? All right, there we go.
Something involving dog, maybe?
Yeah. I was
falls
in
through
wrong
the gutter
spot.
because he's just bones anyway.
Okay, so let me see your panel so I can see
Uh-oh.
where I'm.
I'm sorry, I closed it.
Is dog still hanging with butterfly?
It could. Here you go. Oops.
All through the gutter to Wacky Land. Scott's all over.
Scott's all over.
Okay, through the gutter. Slats to his love.
Yep, Armand reaches through the gutter slats to his love.
Okay, so if
Which is fine.
Armand's reaching through the gutter slats to his love, then there has to be a conflict between Scott McCloud and Armand and Philo, but we also have the butter guy. Remember the butter guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so we have the butter guy.
Sleazy agent, greasy sleazy.
Yeah, the buttery agent. And so,
Okay.
what if they're not Armand's arms? What if they're the buttery agents?
Ooh, okay. I could draw the transformed agent reaching down through the gutter, snickering to himself.
Well, if I'm panel 3,
are you panel 3?
Yeah, I'm panel
1. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, reaching down through the gutter with his buttery, slimy arms that look just like Armand's.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he can do that.
Yeah.
He's already slimy.
Let's see. The arms are a red herring. Or no, they wouldn't be a red herring. What would they? What is it called when it's
tentacles?
Like no, when it's a false.
Oh.
Positive. What is that called in the story? In storytelling, what is that called? A false flag?
I'd call it a nasty twist.
Yeah.
A nasty twist.
We all think it's Armand and we love him.
Lean downright low, nasty twist because Philo is reacting to seeing the tentacles of his lover reaching down to him in this unknown and quite strange region that is infested with Scott McClouds.
Okay, so the arms are a nasty twist. Or, let's see. I'll say the tentacles. Tentacles are a nasty twist. The arms are actually our buttery agent. Okay, so what happens after our buttery agent is revealed? Does he still have...
He yoinks someone. Who does he yoink?
I was thinking he could...
Where's the
he
xenomorph? What's the xenomorph?
He could grab one of the Scots and take his head off.
That's what I was just going to say, Robin, is we haven't seen the xenomorph in a while. And what if the xenomorph has been turned evil?
Evil?
Yes.
Evil. Okay.
Because we haven't seen what's happened to the xenomelion. So what if he's been turned evil?
I don't want him to be evil. He's just a cute little adolescent xenomorph.
But we get to have a moral changeover at the end when in that moment where Philo says, "Come back to us," and the xenomelion remembers all the good times when he was eating popcorn and watching them fight.
Montage.
Montage.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, and this is through the slats of the gutters. Okay. Oh gosh, how am I going to do this? Okay. Will you let me cuddle you? Will you let me?
Please? Can I cuddle you, please? Please? No. Oh. Arya never lets me cuddle her. Only wants to cuddle on her own ways. Such a cat.
I'll have Philo.
When the xenomelion goes bad, what exactly visually happens to the guy.
Well,
I
what's
see
the
leather.
catalyst that makes him bad? Did he have to kill a whole bunch of Padawans?
No,
Young
what
I was
Jedi?
thinking he could take out a lot of Scots.
was thinking
That would be very
is
evil.
mind control. Thank you.
Mind control from who? The slimy agent?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mind control from
Yeah,
the
it
slimy agent.
Sounds good to me.
I'm drawing a very shocked. Here, let me put me in the big panel here. I'm drawing a very shocked Philo. Look at his antenna. He's like, oh no. Have him coming through the slats, and then I guess we'll just have Scots coming through the slats.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a slat. This one's a slat. Okay, so yeah, we'll just have like. So many Scots.
Scots as in Scottish people?
No, Scott McClouds. Like multiple
Scott
McClouds.
McCloud. That's
Yeah.
right, duh. Sorry, that was a dumb question. I forgot he was there. I mean, cripes, he created the whole idea of gutters.
Well, I don't think he created the idea. He just explained it very well to a.
Okay, he named it. I bet. He defined it. No? Or
No. You're gosh, my brain totally spaz. Will Eisner wrote about most of the concepts that Scott McCloud talks about in his Understanding Comics book, long before Scott McCloud did it. But Scott McCloud took those concepts, visualized them in the book, and then expanded upon those ideas in Understanding Comics. So a lot of those ideas of like, this is the gutter, this is, like that kind of terminology came from Eisner's book.
It ain't working.
I'm gonna have this Scott fighting Philo.
Scott. Oh, we've already done that. Never mind. Are you guys gonna see the new Spider-Man movie?
I haven't seen any of the Marvel Spider-Man movies. I plan on sitting down and watching them all one day. It's just I haven't gotten around to seeing them. It's I know they're very good. I like Tom Holland. I've heard great things about Zendaya, and I've seen her in other things, and I like her acting. I from what I've seen in promotional material, they seem like really good. I've heard from my friends they nailed Spider-Man, and I've seen him in all the other Avenger movies from like the crossovers and stuff. I just haven't actually sat down to watch the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, I am a failed consumer. What about you, Kay? Are you gonna watch the Spider-Man movies?
No, I was not planning to. I'm trying to think of what I'm into right now. I got I've been into the Goon Show lately. Listening to that when I have the space and time to listen and pay attention, because Spike Milligan's comedy writing is amazing, very detailed.
Let's do this. And then we'll have
I also invested in, let's see, the Lowriders in Space series, a couple of the books, which is, and of course I'm blanking on his name right now. I should be Raul the Third. Has a number of books out, and most of them, if not all of them, are bilingual. They're big hits with the kids. He started out drawing with ballpoint pen, cartooning with ballpoint pen, and he met up with a librarian friend of mine, I think when he was still in like high school, and they both ended up working on a book together. She doing the writing, he doing the illustrating. It was Lowriders, I think Lowriders in Space, about a bunch of goofy kids, and they're able to revive an old car, a classic old car, and make it into a spaceship of sorts and go off on all sorts of wild adventures. Okay. His head needs to be longer. Thank you. All right, there we go.
I love cartoon logic.
I do too. I loved Kamina, who just is such a joy. Kamina, she's like an anthropomorphic horse.
Who did this?
Raul the Third is what he goes by, and I'm blanking on his last name right now. We haven't talked for a while.
Yeah, because it almost sounds like something Donna Barr would draw.
Interesting. I can't make my brush change color, so I'm kind of stuck with black. All right, fine. Be that way.
Okay. We'll have this tentacle right here. Haha. Tentacle. Yeah. Yeah, I've been wasting time playing Skyrim. Or not Skyrim, I'm sorry, playing Minecraft. Just building a stupid house and trying to level up the village. But my daughter and I have been bonding over it. She knows Minecraft better than I do because she's been watching all this stuff on YouTube about it. So I am playing survival mode.
A little sponge right now.
Yeah, she watches these videos of how to do things in Minecraft, but she plays in creative mode where you have every block. I've been playing in survival mode. And so I ask her, like, how do I make this? How do I make that? And so she's the expert, and she loves telling me how to do things in the game. She loves it. She loves, like, being the expert in the house. And so she's been playing Goat Simulator. And she's been playing...
I love Goat Simulator. Yes.
Oh, are you familiar with Goat Simulator?
I got it. Yep. On several devices that I've managed to hoard. Yes.
She likes Goat Simulator 3. And so, yeah, she has been... she has almost beaten the game. And she'll get there.
Okay. Raul the Third, Mexican-American artist and illustrator. And that's what he goes by. And I will not give out his last name.
No. You don't need to give out his last name. I don't want to dox anybody.
He's cool.
On the show.
He's been at a lot of ALA, American Library Association shows, conferences. So yeah, he's beloved of librarians.
I like librarians. They're cool people.
They are cool.
Yeah, librarians are the people you go to and you're like, okay, so I'm writing this story and it involves a werewolf. And they go, okay, is this an erotic werewolf Or are we talking about a scientific werewolf? Or are we talking about like a folklore werewolf? No. This is not an erotic werewolf. This is a folklore werewolf. Okay, excellent. You're going to want to go upstairs. You're gonna
Yes.
like they're not
Beautiful.
judgy, you know. They just want to be accurate in the information that they give you. You know, they're like, okay, is this an erotic werewolf? Yes. You know, you could go to a librarian. Okay, I got a problem with mint in my garden. And the librarian will say, oh no, you didn't plant mint in your garden, did you?
Well, if you know mint, if you plant it, you got a problem.
Yeah. And the librarian will know, because the librarian has probably had somebody else with the same problem come to the library before and seek out that problem. And then the librarian catalogs it not just in the library, but in their mind. So that when the next person who comes into the library who has the same problem, they go, oh, you poor dear. Here, this is the exact book you need on how to get rid of mint in your garden. Librarians are my favorite people. They're like one of my favorite people. You've been very quiet, Robin.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to fade. I'm sorry.
Did you buy anything interesting at the comic book shops lately?
No. Just been working on cleaning the house up, and I have a friend who's going through some stuff, so I've just been kind of talking to them a lot.
That's good though.
But yeah, my focus is on getting the roommate. I'm also the retirement home's shutting down, so
Oh no.
No.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Sorry. Yeah, last week. They announced it last week. So the nuns are going to retirement home, and all the residents have got new homes that they're going to, and the place stays open till February.
Oh no. Are you gonna look for a job before then, or are you gonna stay until it closes?
I'm gonna stay until it closes, and then I'm gonna probably maybe take a couple months where I get to have a couple days off.
Okay.
Week, like a normal person.
Yeah.
And then I've got a teaching English as a second language certificate that I've never used. So I was gonna see if I could do something with that.
Gosh, I wish you all the best. I really do. But that's, I mean, we didn't have a show last week.
I'm worried about the olds, but a lot of them are landing on their feet. It's just gonna be sad not seeing them anymore. They're already asking if I'm gonna come visit them and stuff, and yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, of course I am. It's not gonna be regularly, like every Tuesday and Friday like I was.
Yeah. Oh, that's heartbreaking. You know, I know
And
that you had real connection.
Too. Yeah, I do. And they're gonna be without their friends as well. Like, you know, they're all splitting up now. A bunch of them are going together to one home, though. So that'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Okay, now Through the Slats, is this still in Wacky Land, or are they gonna go above the gutters?
I think they should still be in Wacky Land.
Okay, so they're just going deeper into the gutter land in Wacky Land. Okay. I was just trying to figure out how I should color this.
Is anybody watching?
We haven't had anybody talking.
No, I know. That's why I'm wondering if anyone's watching.
It says 3 people are watching.
Oh, that's cool. Is that us?
No.
Just kidding.
No, this is 3 actual other people. But it's okay. I won't put pressure on them. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. No, it's just a quiet show. It's just us chatting and, working on Philo panels. Yeah, I'm trying to do like
I found, I already have it, so it's not like I couldn't watch it at any time, but I found Key and Peele on Pluto TV.
I love Pluto TV and Key and Peele.
Yeah, I just can't believe I'm still laughing as hard as I am. It's like I've seen the skits like 3 or 4 times now in my life, but they're still great. They're still really funny guys.
On Pluto, we watch the Riff Tracks channel all the time.
What's that?
You know Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go into all the politics of like, Mike versus Joel and blah, blah, blah. But Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, and Steve, gosh, I'm trying to remember the third guy. The original 2 puppeteers for Crow, T-Robot, and Tom Servo, and then Mike Nelson, continued doing movie commentary, but under the name Riff Tracks and without puppets. And so when we didn't have Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes and stuff, they kind of filled the void. And so they just raised a Kickstarter for Mystery Science Theater 3000, the Riff Tracks experiments. So the original crew is coming back. Joel got the copyright and the license and everything a couple years ago, and he finally wrestled it away from Comedy Central and stuff. And so he, all bad blood has been put behind them, and they're all working together again. And it's not like you ruined my show or you stole my show or anything like that. Like
it was more like Comedy Central was
they were the bad
master
ones.
Puppeteer.
Yes. And so again, all the bad blood has been put behind them. They're working together again. But Riff Tracks was what Mike Nelson and Bill Corbett and who's the third guy? Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, and Riff Tracks guys. I want to make sure I get all their names right. Kevin Murphy. Anyway, they are, in my opinion, and this is just an opinion, opinions can be wrong, but in my opinion, they are the best writers that have ever been on that show. And because they kept their chops up all these years, they just got sharper and sharper and sharper. So if you like Mystery Science Theater 3000, definitely add the Riff Tracks channel.
Okay. Yeah.
Because and also add the MST3K channel too. Yeah. But they have both the new episodes as well as the old episodes on that channel. But the Riff Tracks channel is like they have some episodes that are on demand. The one episode I would recommend, Chef's Kiss, that guy from Harlem.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's this 1970s blaxploitation movie that is like a beautiful piece of art that they preserved. And again, they have fun with it. But it's still the fact that they made movies like this, and it was just a bunch of people that got together and like, hey, let's make a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it like there's one guy in the that guy from Harlem who comes in and he's like, I got 2 things to tell you, right? And he never gets to the second thing. And so for the rest of the movie, they're like, I got 2 things.
Mhm.
Every time that guy walks into the room, and it's just it's silly, and it's just silly enough. It's perfect. It's just I just recommend it as something to ease the pain and suffering of the world.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. So that's me nerding out on something. Nerding out almost as much as Wacky Land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Kay? Did you ever watch Mystery Science Theater?
A lot. Actually, I'm one of the early fans.
Yeah.
I can't say I was the first, or I think I was under 200 in the fan club. Still
Ooh.
under 200, like 164 or something like that.
I was
watching it in high
but I didn't
school,
have
and that
cable
was, like,
TV,
in-
so when they went to Comedy Central, I couldn't really follow.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I saw a lot of the KTMA episodes. Were a blast. The very first one, you know, it was just Joel pretty much riffing on the movie. When the puppets moved into the theater, when they got Crow, and then it really the speed of the lines and the humor and everything just gelled. Yeah, it was amazing Cowtown puppet show, and even KTMI wasn't altogether that kind to them. I remember they were fighting being canceled.
Yeah.
And they basically, they rented out, I think, one of Scott Hansen's comedy spaces, took it over for a night, filled it with fans, videoed. It's like, okay, these are all fans of the show. And it's like the theater was full.
Yeah.
Completely full of people enjoying themselves. At St. Anthony, Maine. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, he came into the MTN once when we were setting up for Philo, and Hamill was there, and he's just looking around and stuff like that.
Oh,
talking about Joel, because I guess he was just nostalgizing or whatever. And I had seen him in a play out in LA written by one of the writers of The Simpsons called Up Your Giggy. And so this was before I really knew about Mystery Science Theater 3000. I didn't really know who Joel was, and I hadn't really seen that many episodes. And so I got a chance to meet him back in college. And so everybody else was praising him for that show and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, hi, it's nice to meet you." And I'm like, "I saw you in Up Your Giggy." And he was surprised I'd seen him in this tiny little thing. But yeah, I at that point in time I had no idea who he was. And
I used to follow his stand-up act. So when before
wasn't he on Star Search once?
Yes, he was on Star Search. I think you can still find that clip. It's a blast. And also he was on Saturday Night Live a couple of times as he segued from prop stand-up comedy to producing the show at KTMA. But yeah, I followed the act for a long time. And when it was fun that he had a show, got a bunch of our friends together, so we watched the first show as kind of a watch party. Made the popcorn.
I think I'm done with this panel.
I think I'm done with mine too.
We got 5 minutes.
I'll correct
left.
it when I get control over my pen's color again.
Yeah, it's
in post-production.
Make
Buttery Agent's head the right shape.
Yeah, we
I like
only
how
have
all
5
the
minutes.
Scots are upside down.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, I love it.
I thought they would be poking their heads through the slats deeper into Wacky Land, right? You know, like they're going through the slats of the gutters because it's just gutters, right? It's just layers and layers of gutters. I don't know what's at Wacky Land.
Sure, layers of gutters with lots of Scots in them. Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. That's what he's doing. And then this is the Xenomelion has been
Xenomelion
turn evil. Yes, the Xenomelion has been evilized. Yes. Let's see. Who do I have next week? I have somebody.
There. Okay.
Next week is James Banderas Smith.
Yay, James!
Week after that, Kane Lynch is going to be on the show to make up for missing last week. Week after that is Gary Clare, and then a week after that, we're going to have Casey Craddock. We haven't had her on the show in a while. And I am in talks with Thomas and Perkins again to come back on the show, and a few other people. Like right now, Steve Troop can't do it because he's operating a puppet on a Harry Potter train on Saturdays, and so it's a terribly long drive for him, and he's terribly exhausted and just like he can't do it right now. And so probably at the end of the summer, I'll have Steve Troop join in the rotation again. And then, gosh, I'm trying to think. Teague Teisling is also doing a caricature gig at a amusement park out in Southern California. And so he's also busy all summer. So there's two of my artists that I quite love and appreciate that I have on the shelf right now until I can use them. But I appreciate all of my artists. I really do. I've been working on the book.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. Let me show Kaiju Court, because that's what we were kind of talking about earlier. And I guess we could finish up the episode like showing Kaiju Court.
Yes. Because that is fantastic.
Let's see, where is my...
I'm on a bouncy ball chair. Can you tell?
Is it fun?
Yes, I love it. I've been bouncing around on these things for years.
Yeah, so I have these two images. You ladies have seen them. Yeah. But the audience hasn't really seen them. So I'm gonna put them up on the big window. And
close mine. There we go. Close.
Here, let's do that. Come on. I'm dragging you. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so what this is this is the when you first open Philo and the first page welcomes you, that's what this is. And so kind of zooming in here so people can kind of see some of the detail. We got 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Here's one of the Disney lawyers. Meow. There's mushrooms. There's a Willendorf. I like Armand on the nose. And then one of the other ones that I am doing, this is Kaiju Court.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, and so Kaiju Court has the spies down here. Here's one of the Beagle Boys. Here's one of the bees from the Wu-Tang Clan. And Meow again. And then this is Slattern, King Kong, Gamera, and Mothra. And then there is, there's a Godzilla, and then Godzilla's son, Manila. And then this is where our crew's at, here on the defense table. Mm-hmm. Very, very tiny.
And dog is sleeping.
Yeah. Well, of course, boring. It's Kaiju Court. But yeah, so this one took me kind of a long time to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I needed some filler pages to kind of fill the space. And so that's what I've been working on. And then what I'm working on right now is the QR codes in the back of the book for each of the episodes. I don't know if these ones are too big. I'm still working on the page. As you can see, it's like empty. But I'm trying to, let people know what order they're in. And then I'm going to put space for the guest name and all of that stuff. And so, yeah, I haven't done the table of contents yet. I still need to work on that. The About Philo page, and then the bios. And then that's it. That's really it. And then the QR codes. That's it. And then the cover. And I'm sending it off. And
Nice.
We'll have a Philo book that's going to be much, much thicker than the last one. The last one was pretty thick. The last one was like 200 some odd pages. This one's probably gonna be a little thicker than that. I don't know yet. I haven't done it yet. But that's our time. I'll put up. I thought, where'd my end credits go? Oh well. I don't know where my end credits went. They went away.
Oops. I think Robin's.
No, I'm still here.
No, my end credits went away.
They're underneath Robin.
Where are they?
Image.
No,
so if you can move your screen over.
No. It's not that. No. I have a graphic. This one. Yes. For whatever reason, it came off of this page. That's my own fault. I should have checked it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, and I will see you guys in the future. Have a good one.